Hello Leo, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to those to you who have been here before, and welcome to those of you who haven't been here before but are coming over to check it out. My name is Colette. I am an intuitive tarot reader with over 30 years experience, and this is my channel Inspiring Life Changes. And today I am doing this reading for all you Leos, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and Cusp Leos, and this is a love reading. So if you don't know where any of those placements are, Leo, you might want to check out the free natal link that will be in the description box down below, and also check out specifically your Venus sign, because this is a love reading and Venus is the planet of love and values. And also Venus has just moved into your sign. Sorry, my throat's just gone a bit weird. Venus has now moved into your sign, so things are going to be heating up for you in particular, Leo, because you will be having at some point Venus conjuncting your sun as well, of course. So so Leo, got Venus on the brain at the moment. Let's just jump into your reading. Before I do, actually, there are a few things that I need to say. So firstly, the cards have been set out in 3 sets of 3. So the top set is your past, middle set of 3 is your present, and the last set of 3 is your future. So your past is creating or has created your present energy, which is going to go on to create your future energy. But of course that isn't set in stone, because you have free will and you can change anything. If you are not happy with the way it's happening, you have that free will and that ability to make a difference. Also, the past energy may not be something that just happened like last week or yesterday or even a month ago. It could go back years to another completely different time period, which is still having an effect on you today. And I'm also going to be using 2 decks of cards. So this is the deck of cards that I'm using for your energy, Leo. And then I will be using this deck of cards for you cross watchers. And you cross watchers may also want to check out the natal link in the description box down below. So this is the deck of cards I will be using for cross watchers, or for the person that you have an energetic connection with, Leo. And that energetic connection can be a physical connection, an intellectual connection, emotional, spiritual. It can be a supportive connection. But whoever you have a strong connection with, this is the deck of cards I will be using for them. But that being said, if it makes more sense with the cards swapped over the other way, so this sounds more like your story, Leo, then just take it as it comes. If that's how it works for you, then that's fine. Just cross the cards over. But like I said, I will be using this deck here for yourselves while I'm doing the reading. So as with all my love readings, for anybody who hasn't been here before, I separate a suit of cups from one of my tarot decks, and today I'm using the Gilded Tarot, which I have been using for all of my zodiac signs so far. But it will be changing because I have reached the end of this cycle. It's taken me a while to get here, but this is the last in the cycle, and I will begin again with the Virgo readings. So interesting, this is the card that Cancer had as their bottom of the deck card. So you've got the 3 of Cups here, and one of the reasons I'm bringing that up is because the first 2 cards in your spread today, Leo, are the first 2 cards that Cancer had yesterday as well. So you may want to check out that Cancer reading, especially if your Venus is in Cancer, or if you have lots of Cancerian energy in your chart as well. Natal link down below. So, and same for you cross watchers as well. 3 of Cups in reverse is saying to me that somebody would like to celebrate something. It feels like there's something that's being held back. There's something that's not being able to be celebrated or being able to be reconciled even, because the Three of Cups can relate to reconciliation. But you do have it twice, which is one of the cards that Cancer had yesterday as well. So that again kind of is an emphasis on that energy. And again, I feel, because it's in reverse here as well, I do feel as though it's not being able to celebrate something, wanting to celebrate something, but something is either resisting this, or something is just not coming together. It just feels like something isn't happening here, Leo. Because of it being upside down as well. It's like everything is kind of draining out. It's like everything that should be filling up these cups isn't filling up these cups. And the Three of Cups can also be an energy of having to kind of decide whether you're going to carry on putting time and energy and effort into something. But you do have at the bottom of this deck today, or just this suit should I say, the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment. So I do feel as though somebody, Leo, and I'm going to have to be careful because I want to call you Cancer for some reason, but I know that it's a Leo read. So some of you Leos, I feel, really do want to be in this celebratory energy here. That's where you really want to be. You want this wish fulfillment. This is your wish fulfillment. This is your, there's a feeling of joy, of happiness, of, yeah, just celebration, but it's not happening. It's not happening. But I don't feel as though you've given up on it with this 9 at the bottom and being upright as well. I feel, Leo, as though you haven't given up on this, whatever this is. So the first card that we have here is, like I was saying, same energy as Cancer had yesterday, exactly the same place, exactly the same reverse position as well, which speaks of a time of waiting, of looking out into your future, of wondering, of wanting. Again, a 3. So it's interesting. It's a 3 energy. So it's gone beyond the kind of coming together energy here, or a creative idea with staves, wands energy. So it's like a situation where something has kind of, because it's in reverse, it's kind of got stuck. It's kind of got to a point where nothing has shifted, nothing's moved on, still kind of standing there, or you have been, because this is past energy. So you have been in a place of kind of looking into your future and not really knowing how to go about changing anything, not really knowing how to move forward, not really knowing how you are going to, or what even you are going to take into your future here. She does have her hand on one of these wands here as well. Which kind of speaks of an energy of just kind of solo, of just being on your own, Leo. And again, we have this 3 of Cups energy, this not celebrating, something not coming together, something not being able to be explored, enjoyed. Again, it feels like a chopping off point, a cutting off point, which can be the time when we make that decision, because it's like after the Two of Cups comes together, the two of something happens, we then have this energy of, do I want to carry on investing in this? Do I want to carry on put my time, my energy, my effort? Is this the right thing for me? Is this the right relationship for me? Do I want to spend time with this person? It's that kind of energy. But when it's in reverse, it also feels to me as though it's like a situation that maybe you didn't have a lot of say over, Leo. But something has, again, I don't feel as though it's completely ended, but it feels as though something has kind of stopped. It's got to a point of something stopped. But we do have this Ace of Cups straight after, which is upright, which is very good, very positive. It says that things are flowing for you and that you, Leo, have been looking after your own needs here with the Ace of Cups. The Ace is a new energy. It's an energy that needs to be channeled into something else. It needs to have direction, otherwise it just kind of disappears, it dissipates, it kind of withers away, I suppose, in a way. So there was, I feel there was, or there has been a lot of love here. There has been a lot of love in this situation. There was a lot of love being felt. Even if this ended or abruptly stopped, you still had all this emotion around this situation. You still felt this cup. It still ran over for you here, Leo. You still wanted this, is what I'm feeling. You still wanted to fill this cup up. And the energy that we have moving in your present, the energy that you're in your present energy, is the Sun, which is a fantastic energy of feeling on top of the world, feeling like everything's going your way. There's clarity, there's insight, there's understanding, there's wisdom, knowledge, represented by these three sisters down here. It's very fiery, it's very passionate, it's very much your card actually, Leo. And of course Venus is now in Leo as well, so you may be feeling very kind of highly charged or very positive about something. Whereas here, I feel that you were positive, but it's almost like this is kind of, I'm seeing this as the sun rather than the moon. And it's almost like the sun setting on this here. The eyes are closed and it's almost like the sun is setting, like it's sinking down below the horizon. And although you were still holding this, I feel, in your heart, you were still hoping for something to come from this. With this sun energy here, it's kind of saying to me that there could very well be a revival here. Because these three sisters could also represent this energy of the Three of Cups here. Kind of wisdom, understanding and knowledge. But it does feel very positive. And in the centre of the reading, we have more fire energy, more of your energy here, Leo. The Princess of Staves, it doesn't have to be female energy. Again, it can be masculine or feminine. It's just the fact that the feminine energy is more receptive, more more contemplative as well. Whereas masculine energy is much more like, this energy is much more dynamic, it's much more action orientated. So it could also be that you're taking action here, Leo, that you've actually decided to do something about all of this, and that you're taking action. Because here you see her holding that staff or that wand, that same one here that she also had her hand on here. I feel it's the same energy, and that you're now kind of taking it and saying, right, okay, I'm going to do something with this, I'm going to grow this, I'm going to nurture it, I'm going to take care of it. Because the stave energy, or sorry, the princess energy is that nurturing. Fire, creativity, creative, like if you have a relationship, you still have to have that passion and that drive and that, and that's what I think this is representing here. It's representing the fact that you still hold a torch, if you like, or you still have that same strong, like wanting to build something with this person. You're wanting to create more than what you have created so far. But you do have a lot of confusion around it, because you don't know what this person is going to do if you offer them this energy, because this is the messenger energy as well. The messenger of wands, or the messenger of fire here, could also be somebody who's very impatient and wants results very quickly. Especially once they've made their mind up, especially with all this sun pushing them forward, this dynamic energy. But you're kind of also thinking, what's going to happen if I do? What am I going to receive? What am I going to get here? Each of these cups represents a certain situation, or a kind of, you know, if you pick a cup, what do you get? That's what this ace kind of represents here. It's like, what's in each of these cups here, if you pick one of them. So there could be feelings of uncertainty, not being sure, maybe confusion. Especially with it being upside down as well, especially with it being in reverse. You really could have this feeling of, I don't know what I'm going to receive if I give them my rod here, if I kind of talk to them or present myself. What am I going to get back? How's this other person going to respond to me? And so with the Queen of Staves down here as well, you may well decide to kind of hold this back, this energy, because she is, she is in reverse here. Again, feminine energy of being receptive, being open, but when it's in reverse, it's kind of talking about being more reluctant, more of a resistance here. A kind of rethinking things, maybe rethought, replanning something. Maybe after this energy here where you haven't actually expressed possibly even your emotional Because this is the 7, and the 7 for me is always dilemma energy. A dilemma of what do I do? How do I approach this? It can also be the card of castles in the air. So everything kind of stays up in the air. Nothing, it's like fantasy world. Living in the fantasy world of it being easier than actually facing the reality. So both of these energies here are Leo energies. They are also Sagittarius and Aries energies. Very fiery, very passionate, very driven energies. But they can also be, because of the female aspect here as well, they can also be energies of just kind of waiting for something to come to you rather than you going to it. Especially with the Queen. Queen energy is very magnifying. She kind of has a very charismatic, magnetic personality, very beautiful, very kind of sure of her own energy, of herself, her self-confidence. But when it's in reverse, it's like this Queen doesn't have that confidence. She doesn't have that kind of awareness of her abilities, shall we say. She is also a visionary, this Queen, as well. She's a visionary as in the sense of manifesting into her life what she needs. But again, when it's in reverse, which Leo could well be your energy here, possibly because you're not sure of how to go forward with this and what to do, that you're feeling very kind of unsure, uncertain. So we have the 8 of Pentacles as your next card here. And this does talk about wanting to I get the feeling of wanting to be very sure of whatever it is that you're wanting to bring into this situation. Like you're going back to the table here, and it's like you're rethinking things, you're replanning, you're reassessing even. Working on something else. Because you've got 7 Pentacles above you. And that 7 again kind of reflects this 7 energy here as well. Very earthy energy. It talks about your environment. It talks about your physical realm, your body. But it can also, if we're talking about a relationship here, it can also actually talk about rebuilding a relationship, rebuilding, reworking on something here. But the last card that you have here, Leo, is the Princess of Cups in reverse. So again, more feminine energy. And again, a kind of reluctance to actually express yourself on an emotional level. So you may be able to express yourself as in maybe giving gifts, or yeah, kind of with money. You may be generous. You may want to kind of give financial support even. But when it comes to your emotions here, Leo, I feel as though you're still going to hold back here. You're still being very cautious. If you see here, she's actually drinking from this cup herself rather than actually giving it to somebody else. So I feel as though there's a caution here. There's a kind of need you feel to hold back on your true feelings for something or somebody here. For this person that you have an energetic connection with. So let's see how this other person is feeling, Leo, at this time. What is it that they are feeling? The person that Leo has an energetic connection with. What is happening in their world? That's interesting because they have the 7 of water over the top of your 3 here. So they have also been through a time of, because this is the past energy, a time of feeling that they didn't know what to do. There was too much choice, too much confusion. Again, that sense of what am I going to get? Both in reverse. What am I going to get if I do choose something, or if I do make an effort, or even will I be rejected here? It is, as I say, in the dilemma card. And sometimes it's a lot easier to keep things in that kind of fantasy realm rather than kind of dealing with the reality of a situation. And that's what I feel this is about here. So while you were waiting patiently, and may have been for a long time, Leo, this person was going through their own state of confusion, not knowing how to approach the situation, not knowing maybe even what to offer, how they were going to approach you. And if they did, what would the response be? What would the reaction be? Would they be kind of sent packing with a towel between their legs, so to speak? Or so again, it's that sense with the 7 of Cups. It's that sense of keeping things in the fantasy realm rather than dealing with the reality of it, because it is so much easier to keep it as a fantasy than it is to bring something into the real world where you actually have to face a truth that you may not want to face. And I feel that you're both kind of in this, that this person was in this place previously, which may also be why there has not been a reconciliation. And you're kind of coming into this place with this present energy. So let's see why the 3 of Cups is here. So it may also give you some idea of what this person has had to go through themselves as well here, Leo, with this 7 of water that you're moving into as well. The 3 of Cups in reverse. So they needed to find this sense of balance in this chaotic world that they were kind of living in or creating that was around them, Leo. They needed to find a sense of kind of equilibrium, I feel, within themselves, a strength, an inner strength. And also maybe a sense of coming to terms with a lot of things from their own past as well. Maybe putting a lot of ghosts to rest here. Because it does feel like they've been dealing with a lot of stuff and trying to find their center, their balance here. And maybe that's why this reconciliation hasn't happened as well, because they've had to be very focused on all of this energy that has kind of, if you think the Nine of Swords usually is a card of nightmares, of repetitive patterns, of things that kind of hold us back in fear. It's known as the nightmare card. And so there's a sense of that with these birds that are kind of representing this kind of whirling mind energy, if you like. It's kind of going round and round. And this person kind of becoming aware of that part of themselves, of their patterns here, and having to deal with their own patterns and their own imbalances. And finding an inner strength as well to be able to kind of stay calm amidst the storm and the madness and the chaos. So they may not have been mentally in the right place, Leo, in order to be able to have a reconciliation. Because over the top of the Ace of Cups here, this person has also been going through a healing process. Page of Wands for me is the inner child. It's the child that needs to be healed. It's the child that needs to love itself. And that's what this person has had to learn to do, is to love themselves. Because again, there's this kind of storm energy. I'm seeing again this kind of whirling energy in the background. But here they've kind of stepped forward. It could well be like a part of themselves that has been kept in the background, hidden, because this always is for me this kind of dressing up box energy here, something that's disguised. It's not showing itself as what it actually is. And what it actually is a inner child that needs to be loved and healed and looked after and nurtured. And this person has had to learn to do this for themselves, I feel. I feel that in that storm, in the calmness of the storm, they've been able to discover this inner child. And it's also come out, I didn't realise that this card had turned over as well, but this card has also come out with it, which is the Six of Fire here. And the Six of Fire, or the Six of Wands, is usually an energy of victory when it's upright. When it's in reverse, it's the opposite. So this person doesn't feel as though it was a very victorious situation that they were in. This is past energy. So they could have found themselves in a situation of having to deal with this inner child energy, which just felt deflating, like everything that they had to discover about themselves made them just feel kind of possibly remorseful, or Six of Wands when it's up the right way, or the Six of Fire when it's up the right way, is about being seen. So it kind of represents to me something that hasn't been seen, or a part of themselves maybe that hasn't been seen, that hasn't been allowed to be free and victorious, that they've had to kind of keep hidden, or that has been kept below the surface here. Because this is about a balloon that's going down. It's not rising up, it's going down. It's in reverse, it's sinking. And with the page of water energy, this young, innocent, inner child energy, it just feels like this person felt defeated in many ways, because it is the opposite of being victorious. And of course, if you're not victorious, then you're feeling defeated. And over the top of your sun, this person has the Tower, which is interesting because this is kind of an illuminating moment as well. Yeah, it kind of feels like this, with this energy here of them having to really kind of do some deep soul searching, that this Tower really kind of blew things apart for this person. Like they really kind of cleared things out and shifted energies. It's like a shift, a real kind of shift of energy here. Because what I'm seeing as well is this kind of, if you see this here, it's kind of blasting through this doorway, this blocked, like something that was blocked. And that's kind of how I'm seeing this energy as well, like the blockage here, the defeating energy. It's kind of this, possibly even your sunlight on this, your possible kind of even just being in the background. If this person even just kind of was still aware of the fact that you were there in their background, because I feel that you were, Leo, because of this. There was still a lot of love there that you were pouring out for this person, even if they weren't aware of it. But there's also this kind of sense of, because if you look around at the back of this card, you can see all these rays of light. And it kind of feels as though it's got something to do with this sun behind this Tower, still being there, still kind of like a positive source or a positive force of energy for this person, something that kept them yeah, kind of kept them in a place of wanting to make a difference in their life. It's like they wanted to clear out the old and get something new, bring something fresh in. Because the Tower for me is always about a situation within ourselves of us kind of outgrowing something. So that's what I feel, this person has reached that point of outgrowing something. They've gone beyond that structure of who they were or who they believed themselves to be here. And they are having a breakthrough moment with this Tower. There is a breakthrough moment. And it could well have something to do with your energy here as well, Leo. kind of strong positivity. Or even just wanting to make a difference. I just feel they want to make a difference in their life. Like they just know that they can't stay in that same energy field, because they have the Magician straight after the Tower, upright as well. So this person has come out of this Tower, this kind of blockage, into this kind of energy of manifestation, of they kind of know themselves on a much deeper level now. It's like they know this is their energy, this is them creating, they've created this, and now they know they can create something else, something with much more positivity. Because if you look at his hand, in his hand he has this tiny little fairy. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there is this tiny little fairy that's sitting in his hand here, just here. And it's kind of, for me, the fairy is representative of something that's magical or impossible. It's kind of, you know, who believes in fairies? It's like that energy of anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I'm seeing this kind of rippling effect here as well behind this energy, as being this same kind of Tower energy here, this kind of rippling out with this, as I was saying, of this something coming out here. So it's kind of rippling out, it's kind of going out into this person's energy field. I keep feeling it's kind of changing. It's something is changing within their energy field. They're no longer stuck. They're no longer the same person that they were. They are manifesting something completely different. And it's over the top of your Princess of Staves or Princess of Rods as well, where you're kind of really wanting to make a difference here as well, move things forward. But in a different way, it feels. It feels like yours is much more kind of, in a way, it's a creative process in the sense of it being I'm kind of getting a more practical approach about things somehow, Leo, that you've got this kind of more practical idea about things somehow. Or the process, it's like there's a process somehow involved here. Whereas with this energy here, this person is kind of open to all possibilities, all potentials. And I just get this huge shift of energy. Again, this sun. We have the sun on top of his hood here as well, which is this sun energy here. So it's like carrying that positivity forward, carrying it with them into a new experience. And that's what it's feeling like. It's feeling like something that's rippling outward to create something else. And we have the Three of Earth here as well. That's come out with this Magician, but it is in reverse. But it is similar for me to this card here of kind of looking into the future, although this person's back, well, front is actually facing us, even though it's in reverse. So it feels as well that this person is kind of fed up with hanging around. Like this person no longer wants to hang around. This person wants to do things. They want to use this energy of this magician. They want to move forward, change things. They're very aware of this kind of stagnant energy here, and they're not wanting to stay in it. So they are looking into their future, literally. They've got their hand on their eyes here, if you see. They are literally looking ahead. And there is something kind of statue-esque about this card as well. This person may feel as though they've been stuck in the past for too long. Maybe Leo stuck in the past waiting for change to occur here. For something to happen, for you to step forward, or for them to do something. But with this 5 of fire energy here as well, I don't feel as though there's much happening here. This is for me, the energy of somebody who's very fed up. Fed up, had enough. Doesn't see things changing. It's fire energy again, it's creative energy, it's 5 of fire. It's an energy of having to face yourself as well. Face your own demons, your own issues. But there's also with this card a kind of feeling of I'm fed up with being on my own. Is what I'm feeling here. I'm fed up. I don't want to be on my own anymore. I've been on my own for long enough. That's what this energy is saying to me here as well. I've been on my own long enough and I'm not happy with it anymore. I want change, I want something new, I want excitement. Because it always looks to me in this card as though it's kind of all dressed up with nowhere to go energy. It's my party. But there's just a very strong sense here of kind of I'm on my own. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I don't want to do this on my own anymore. I don't want to be on my own anymore. I don't want to just be thinking of me all the time. It's all very well and good, but I want something different. And that energy, the 5 of fire here, has come out over the top of this 7 here as well. So you're still holding back here, Leo. You're still debating. You're still not sure, like with that 7 of water over there. You're still not sure what it is that you're going to receive if you do come forward to this person. But I feel as though you're both wanting to, which is interesting. But I also feel that you both don't quite know what's going to happen. So you're both not doing it. So over the top of the Queen of Staves here, we have the 10 of Earth. And again, I get that sense of this person just being fed up. It's that same kind of energy of just being fed up, kind of, I've been here on my own for too long now. You know, I've even got to the end of the 10 of Earth. I've kind of achieved, I've got through things on my own. I've built things up on my own. I've got a certain sense of success on my own. I have what I need around me, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm still getting that sense of not being happy on their own. Yeah, that's kind of how it's coming through for me. There's just this, it's very similar energy to this one. And this person's kind of looking over here, kind of saying, right, okay, what is next? What is next for me? What do I do? Where do I go? Because nothing else is happening. But this is a 10, this is a completion. So this person has reached this completion point in their life. They've reached the kind of end of a chapter here. And so they are having to move forward, or they can stay there. They can stay in that energy and stay stuck there. But I don't feel that that's what they're going to do. But you are still very stuck in your energy here, Leo. You're still not approaching this person. And I think you may still be hoping that they're going to approach you as well. So there is this kind of energy of neither of you, because she's just sitting there, like she is here as well. She's just sitting here. And in this energy, it's just this kind of statue. This sense of statue. So you've got it in this order, like this. So with the statue and then the kind of unhappy party scenario. And it could even be that there's people around her in her life, like friends, and that she can celebrate with and have fun with, but at the same time she still feels very much on her own. And that's again what I'm getting here, that like, there's no movement as such from these cards. Both of them are kneeling down. Both of them are just kind of sitting there waiting. Sitting and waiting kind of energy for something to change. And then manifesting. They are manifesting. That's the thing. Coming out of this tower, they are manifesting. So their life could take on a completely different direction. So why is the Eight of Pentacles here for this person you have an energetic connection with, Leo? Eight of Pentacles being a card of rebuilding something, going back to the table, starting something new. Each of the other Seven Pentacles representing a different situation that you've tried before previously. It could relate to relationships that you've been in before, that you've had in your life. different people maybe, or it could relate to a situation of your finances, having to kind of rebuild something, maybe start something new. Cards don't want to speak. You have nothing to say about this, cards. Eight of Pentacles. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here for Leo? There we go. Oh, that's too many. I am not taking all of them. Too many in one place. Okay. So the Strength card has come out for this person over the top of the Eight of Pentacles. Strength in reverse. This person, again, they may just be feeling as though they don't have the willpower. They don't have the strength to connect with you, maybe. They don't have that sense of inner confidence. It's in reverse again, so it does talk about a situation of a reluctance here, of resistance to something, holding back on something, not wanting to acknowledge something. It is the card of Leo. It is the Leo energy here again. So they may even be fearful of what you are kind of, what you're planning, what you're thinking, what your next step is going to be here, Leo. They may feel very much that it doesn't involve them, that they're very kind of out of the picture here. I just get a sense of somebody holding themselves back. Holding themselves back. Why are they holding themselves back? Are they fearful of something? Are they worried about what you're going to say, what you're going to do? Worried about maybe even worried about starting, like about this reconciliation possibly? About rebuilding something with you, Leo? About expressing their own story as well, maybe? Of what it is that they've discovered about themselves, because there is a sense here with the masculine and the feminine energies when it's in reverse. There's also a sense of imbalance here. So they may be feeling, again, male or female, it doesn't make any difference, but they may feel as though a part of themselves is not fully strong here. Like the masculine or their feminine side is not in balance. That they may overreact. Because it is about taming the beast, taming the beast being our kind of more animalistic kind of nature that kind of takes over or can take over, the anger, kind of explosive side of ourselves. The person may feel that they don't have the ability to keep that in check, or feel the need to keep it in check when they're around you, Leo, as well. Maybe you two kind of have that kind of relationship. Where maybe this person just feels that they can't be as strong around you as they would like to be, or vice versa. That they do that to you. That there's something about this person that makes you very nervous around them. Again, could be vice versa. But the last card that we have here, the Patience or Temperance card, is saying that there is something here. There is a connection here. There is a definite connection here. Temperance is all about keeping the flow of energies going between one person and another. Communication from the heart. It's usually depicted with 2 cups, one silver representing the masculine, the silver representing the feminine, one gold representing the masculine energies, the sun and the moon energies. And it can also represent this kind of feminine, masculine energy here. But it does also talk about a need for balance between a relationship or in a relationship, and also patience, also time being needed here. And funnily enough, Cancer also had this as one of their last cards yesterday as well. In fact, it was the last card of the Cancer reading for the Cancerian. It was this deck, Temperance in this deck. So you may want to check out that reading, because it kind of starts and finishes in a very kind of similar way here. And if you see, she's got all these clocks as well. There's a clock here, like timepieces. So it's talking about time, it's talking about giving something time, it's talking about being patient, allowing this energy to kind of naturally come together. And it is upright as well, and it's over the top of this Princess of Cups. And of course the Princess of Cups, as I was saying, this is an energy of someone not being ready. Leo, this could well be your energy of not being ready. In fact, you could both maybe be in that situation of not being ready. Even though this person's becoming very aware that they are on their own and they are feeling on their own. And there's a sense of that in this card as well. A sense of I'm here on my own, and I would rather be with somebody else. It could also be a sense of like running out of time even. As time shifts, people change. So let's see what the animal oracle cards want to say here. For you, Leo. Let's see what the message from the animal oracle cards are. If there's any more want to come out. If it's just the one card. Okay. Okay, so we have three altogether. We have Groundhog Spirit, which is in reverse. We have Giraffe Spirit, which is up the right way. And we have Porcupine Spirit, which is also up the right way. So let's have a quick look at these. Groundhog Spirit says time to let go, but it is in reverse. So 31. And he's got this little red heart in his hands here as well, which he's holding on to. Have you been relentless in your efforts to revive something that has passed its prime and needs to die away? A situation, a relationship, a belief or a habit that served you once but no longer fills you with vitality. Perhaps you automatically expect to see the world through a specific lens based on the familiar. Groundhog Spirit has appeared to let you know it's time to accept that the past is the past. So allow yourself to feel the loss and grieve it if you need to. Any sadness will not last forever or overwhelm you. Knowing Spirit is with you and wants you to experience joy and excitement again will help you through this transition from the old to the new. Kind of what I was saying about this card here at the beginning, that there is this feeling of somebody wants to celebrate something and they want to enjoy life again. Keep your eyes open, for winter always gives way to spring and endings always give birth to the beginnings. For now, let yourself feel your emotions, releasing them to make way for the joy that awaits you. Spring and new growth are on their way, for that is Spirit's promise to you. So 29 is the Giraffe Spirit. See the big picture. Giraffes stretch upward to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. When Giraffe Spirit appears, it is a sign to observe from a higher view in all aspects of your life. It's time to stretch your neck out and broaden your view. Open your eyes to what others need or are experiencing and see the big picture you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge or experience, you don't want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstances. So stretch yourself, look beyond what catches your attention at eye level, and know that not everything is obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. And lastly, we have Porcupine Spirit 48. Time for the beginner mind. When Porcupine Spirit calls your name, you are being asked to adopt a beginner's mind and to approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old, confirming stories no longer have a hold on you. Life is full of surprises, hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you have been seeking, whether it is a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence that you have all you need right now to co-create what you desire. Who knew? Porcupine asks you to be playful and have a childlike curiosity. There is so much waiting for you that you have yet to discover. So that's interesting. Groundhog, trying to let something go. It could be that you're being asked to let go of past energy, that maybe you are still stuck in here with these energies here. It does feel like that's a stagnant energy which you're sitting in there, Leo. Again with this card here as well, and kind of keeping the past there. Because you're frightened of change or making a move or making a decision as to what it is that you're wanting, but you do know you want something. So we have green aventurine, which is opportunity and luck are there to be embraced. Now is the time. Very heart chakra related energy. And zircon, love yourself and those around you. And again, Cancer got this card. I'm sure it was Cancer that got this card yesterday. Pretty certain it was. So you may want to again check out that Cancer reading, because there's a lot that seems to be coming up for you, Leo, with that Cancer reading as well. So I'm going to finish your reading there and say that I hope it has been of some help to you. Again, I hope you have found something that resonates with you, or something that's going to give you some benefit. And if you have, please could you thumbs it up for me, because the more likes I get, the more it gets put out into the YouTube world, the more people kind of get to see it, the more it can be recommended for other channels as well. So that really helps to build my channel, which is really what I'm trying to do at this time. I haven't been doing it for that long. I have now reached over 100 subscribers, so thank you very much to all of you who have subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate it. It is great to have you here with me and to be on my journey as I continue growing, hopefully kind of moving forward. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please could you also do so. There is a button on my videos now where you can just go and tap that button and you can subscribe straight away like that. Also, it will open up a little bell and you can tap on that bell if you want to receive the videos that I will be putting out in the future. I will be putting out new moon videos, full moon videos, both astrology and tarot readings for both, and also all the zodiac signs, as well as any of the major planetary shifts, which we will be having a direct Jupiter happening soon, but I probably will wait until further in the year when the actual two planets come together, because there's not really a lot else happening of planets moving at this time, especially not major planets. Everything is still very much as it has been for a long time. But Jupiter will be turning direct on the 12th of this month, and Mars, of course, has just gone retrograde as well. So, Leo, with all that being said, again, natal chart in the description down below if you want to check out any of those placements for yourself. Please take really good care of yourself. Also, share my videos with anybody else who you think it may benefit, and also comment, because it's really nice to get some feedback from people out there who are watching my videos, and just to let me know what's happening in your world as well. So yeah, take good care of yourselves and take good care of anybody else around you at this time who you can, and I hope to see you again soon.